Yeah, good evening, everyone. A quick one tonight again. Like I said yesterday, I was coming out today to just do some little analysis about Tony Kabaka and his Tony Kabaka's brothers, outburst on the internet, and also then we can also talk about some other matters arising based on what is on ground on the social media angle. It's going to be nice. Please just click the share button. Let's just invite friends into this broadcast. Your share. Click the share button. Let's invite friends in as we deal with issues of importance. Just share. Let's share. Let's share. It's going to be nice tonight. And also, we're going to allow people to just call in, but it's going to be a very, minimal call in today, not so much, calling in. So we just have to listen to the video, analyze the video, try to tell the government what they need to do, and also try to give encouragement to our brothers and sisters back in Africa, not to engage in any form of electoral malpractice, ballot snatching, and all sort of, because we need the best. We want the best to win. We want those who are actually interested in governance to come into the corridor of power. I want to just listen to this little jingle. It's in Edo Benin language, anyways, about the Obaseki's performance. Just listen while we play some music, while we wait for others to come in.
Ìyẹn ní mo ṣe wàyé wẹ ẹlẹ́nọ́lá ẹ̀ aláàlẹ́nu wẹ àrẹ́bàdà wà fún ẹ̀dẹ̀gbẹ́ náà wà dénú ọdún làpò ìyẹn tó wà mẹ́ẹ̀dá wẹ ní gọ́bìnà bá ṣẹ́kì yà làpò kò pé nínú pé rárá dé ẹ̀rẹ́ wà kí ní mo ṣe aláwùdá gẹ́gẹ́ tọ́ ìwà rọ̀ òde ní mo ṣe ọ̀yọ́ ìwòlàdí àná yá mi pẹ́ kìrú àyẹ̀wò ní gbogbo tọ̀ kébé ní ìjọ kìrú wà níbo wà kí máa kọ́kọ́ yẹ àfihàn gẹ́gẹ́ náà ló gáàdì òde ìwòtẹ́tò ọ̀gáàbẹ̀ ìkúsàṣègbè kébé ní gbọ́ bẹ́yẹ rúdàwẹ̀ ọmọṣẹ́tẹ́ lórí ayẹyẹ ọgbẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ lọ kú àná ìdàpọ̀nà ní awókòtò náà mú kẹ́ náyà gé ẹsẹ̀ dẹ́rọ yìí ẹ̀mí nà mí ò tẹ́wé bò ọ̀gámẹ́ rúpa ẹlẹ́tíríkì lọ́mídà ìbọ́nà láti independent power plant náyà gé ẹ̀rọ yìí ọ̀pásẹ̀kì ọ̀pásẹ̀kì wàlẹ̀ àzẹ́nù ọ̀pásẹ̀kì àzẹ́nù tó PDP ó tún láti ọ̀pásẹ̀kìlistic worldwide support group ọ̀hún àyàwó gbéra làjẹ́ o.
So that is from one of our group. The Obaseki has so very many supporters all over the world. This is the first time that independent people are actually going out of their ways to see that they bring, their best, to play. The first time in history. Who's calling in? I just said now, no calling now. That was what I just said few minutes ago now. Why people calling? Why can't they just listen to this thing? I just said that now, no calling now. Come on. Please, no calling now. Let us just try to. I'm gonna pick us later in the day. Please just share. Let's share. Please let's just share. Those of us on Facebook, please. Let's share this word of freedom while we invite people in. Because this is the only way we're going to sell our candidate around to everyone all over the world. Because the more we invite people in, the better for us to be able to get, the crowd in favor of Obaseki. These are independent people. I'm just trying to play how many gigolos that have been produced by different people all over the world, all for one purpose, for Obaseki re-election. Obaseki does not even know most of these people for real. Okay, Obaseki does not even know most of these people for real. He doesn't even know. They don't even know him. But all they just do is they just go around because they have actually seen the work he's doing, and I've already seen the effort he's putting in for us to have a better Edo State. That's why everyone is just there, fighting to see that Obaseki is being returned back to the corridor of power. Okay, and that is why I want every one of us to, as a matter of fact, let us, join Obaseki to see that we have a better Edo, not only for us, but also for our children and our children's children, who are also coming behind us. I think there was a video that somebody sent me today. Let me see if I can get that video. Just hold on. Like I said, today is going to be more of discussions and all that. Let me see if I can get the video out that somebody sent me today. I just hope I get it around here. No, it's not here now. Let me see if I can send the video, get the video. It was a very interesting video that was sent to me by a friend. Okay, I think I can't get it right now. It's not here. I can't get it, but it's going to be inside my this thing. The video was about people within the Lucky Oasis, of Edo State, why they were actually supporting the re-election of Governor Inoyeraso Obaseki. The choice of words they were using that would tell you how much the people actually wants him back at all costs. How much the people actually wants Obaseki back. She was really saying that if we warrant us to get naked and lay curse on Oshomole, they will do it. That to show how much love the Edo people are actually having for Governor Inoyerase Obaseki, because Obaseki is the future of the state based on the way and manner he has been handling the affairs of Edo State. It's like I said, every human had their own fault, but I have listened to this man carefully, and I have come to realize that he is actually what we need in a state or in a country in general, in a country like Nigeria. I don't know how many of you that watched the PDP meeting, caucus meeting, and he was telling them how he had been able, what is the genesis of the problem. And in that analysis, I was so impressed when I hear Obaseki speaking or talking to the people. He said something. He said, I run the state as my own business empire. He said, while he was with Oshomole, he has asked a lot of questions, which Oshomole also confirmed to some quarters, that Obaseki has always asked him, if this was your own private business, will you share the money the way you do with the state money, with the state resources today? I think every one of us who are listening to me today, who are saying Obaseki is very very greedy, is very selfish, is super glue and all that and that. How many of you have actually stolen from the state treasury? Stolen from the state treasury, and goes back to your own community and begin to give out money to these people. Yeah, you can send it, sir. Mr. Epa Osazuwa. You can send it. Send it, sir. Send it. Now, he was not saying, he said now the issue is this. This is what he said. He said the issue is this. When he asked that question, nobody was able to give him any reasonable answer. And he told them, no, you can't, because that is your private business. So if it's your private business, you must take the state. The state resources are meant not just for few people. They are meant for the entire populace. Okay? The state resources are resources that are being created to cater for the 4.5 million Edolites. Not just for some few selected, greedy political jobbers. Now, to Obaseki, he sees the state as a company, and he sees every one of us as the owner or the employee of the company. Now, he believes that every one of us needs to get benefits from the company at the end of the month. That is his ideology. He sees the whole thing as, why can few individuals wants to now take advantage of the general welfare or of the general, resources for their own private use and allow the others to remain in total or abject poverty. And he told them, said, I can't continue like this. I will not go in this direction. I have a mandate to protect, to provide, and to guide my people. They have elected me not just as their own governor, they have elected me to be the custodian of their wealth. And this mandate is every 4 years renewable. What am I going to tell them after these 4 years that I have done with all that they actually entrusted in my hands? These were his words. And now I want further to say that, for example, if a student in a school, guys, I want to share this. I want to share this video, please. Before I talk about Tony Kabaka, let me actually give some light on what this guy is doing differently, how he's thinking differently. He said, in a school, every child, for example, is being paid 16,000 naira. Okay? Now people are going to say, does he pay children? No. What he meant is this. See, the guy does everything calculatively. When you have a school, for example, of 200 to 300 students in a school, and in that school, maybe there are 30 teachers, 30 workers, both administrative and non-administrative staffs. And there are also, things to be bought, like chairs, chalks, registers, and every of these things. Now, what he does is this, because he is into finance, he's a financial guru. He does calculation on everything that is involved in the running of that school. And he divided it by the numbers of students in the school. He now gets an average of what it cost him to take care of a student or a people in the school. This is the first time in the history of Nigeria, not just Edo State, that a governor will be able to break accountability to that level. To break it to that level that is not beginning to tell you things in a way that it will be very, very easy for every Edolite, even the ones who are not educated, to understand where and how the government is being run. You know, said if, for example, a child receives 16,000 naira on termly basis or on yearly basis, and he decided to not give that 16,000 naira to somebody, he said, and I'm going to quote him directly now, he said that means he had given out the future of a child for 1 year to someone for no reason at all. He now said if he now gives out 1.6 million naira to someone without no job being done, the way the system was being run before he came into power, he said that means he had actually given out the future of 1,000 children. Now, does this sound very logical now? It does. But we don't think it like this. Because the guys actually sat down to bring down the entire process to a level that even we, who are not even in the level of accountancy and all that and that, we are able to understand where it's going to. But you see, in Oshomole time, people leave the government house with 100 million. In the Ghana must go. People on the street, Oshomole gives out 1 million naira. In the Ghana must go. Without proper documentation and proper accountability. That shows that when 1.6 million is given out, which to a government system is nothing, but they forgot they've just mortgaged the life of 1,000 children. They did not know that they've just mortgaged their future for 1 year of 1,000 children. Unknown to them, this guy has been able to bring it to that level that we now understand how proper governance ought to be run. Not just go in there, do some abracadabra, jump around like Adam Soshomole, jump from Okada, start running on the street, do all these, bravo things just to happy yourself and get people's, ovation. But this guy have been able to explain that there is a level in which accountability can be the governance can be so explained to the less people that every 1 crown, every 1 naira being used without proper budgetary or to the benefit of the people, plus or minus, have a negative effect on the citizenry of the state. Those of you that lives in Europe who is supporting, wrong governance, a wrong way of governance. You find that people don't dash you money in Europe. Just give you money for free. It is impossible. Particularly the government sector. They never does that. Every money you need to get from the government will and must be accounted for. First, they have to bring it, pass it into law for you to be able to get across such funds. And secondly, there have to be proper documentation of the fund. Proper documentation has to be put in place so that the people, the government, and the people will be able to know how the said money was being spent. This is what governance is all about. And this is a new dawn, a new vibes, a new way that we Africans, in particular, the Nigerians, are not used to yet. Because we're already used to, if I am a politician, and I'm being given the position of a commissioner, then I have to be a millionaire. That's what we are used to. So in 4 years, I would have been able to buy a choice property in a choice area in Edo State. That is what we are used to. That is the system that we are already used to. Okay? That is where we are. What we are used to. And because we are already used to that, it makes it impossible for us to understand the new way things have been done. And that is why we have remained backward in or within the Committee of Nations. Until we decide to derobe ourselves from this mindset of just me and me alone, Africa will remain absolutely poor and begging. Yesterday, or on the 29th of this month, while the House of Rep Committee on Budgetary and External Loans, we are going in through a certain particular document that was being signed by the federal government of the APC. In that particular document, they now found that there was a clause during the loan borrowing agreement between the Chinese and the Nigerian government that if the Nigerian government is unable to pay the 400 or 500 million US dollars within the stipulated time that was given to them to pay, that we are going to concede part of Nigeria to them. And in that document, they also said the only thing that the Chinese government will not take in that very particular area, which they are going to hold on to, is the military. So that shows that even in that very particular area, maybe may not be the money to come to Niger Delta. Because that's where they're going to come. Because that's where, the Jews, the egg, the golden end that lays the golden egg, that's where it resides. So they're going to come to Niger Delta, maybe they're going to come to Delta State, and they're going to take over the whole of DSC area. And in that document, he said the only thing they don't have right over is the military. That also means they even have right over your own house. They even have right over your own house. They even have right over your own property, your own businesses. Listen, guys. Do you know the reason why we got there? It is because of lack of proper wealth management skills. The reason why borrowing, every country in the world does borrow. But the difference is when you borrow and what you borrowed is being eaten instead of being invested, then you have nothing to use in paying back that which you have borrowed. Between 1999 and 2016, the Edo State debt profile was 176 billion naira and some fractions. Between 1999 and 2016, the Edo State debt profile was 176 billion naira. Now, by today, this is what you can actually go to the debt management website and get facts for your figures, for yourself, I mean. As of today, the Edo State debt, as of today, is about 80 to 90 billion naira. Within 4 years, with the dwindling economy situation due to this coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic issues that is ravaging the world, Obaseki has been able to pay nearly half of the debt that was incurred between 1999 and 2016 without not borrowing more. These are facts. When people telling you the guy have borrowed a lot, go to the debt management website and do your findings. Do not allow anyone to sell to you propagandas. That's what they do. Because they know, Obama said, if you want to really deceive a black man, write a book. They never read. They don't care. They don't read. Black men don't read. That is why we are not growing. Many of us get this information right on the internet. We have our smartphones, which we pick around. All we used to do is just to make the smartphone as a toy or pride. I'm using iPhone Pro Max 11. I'm using Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. I'm using this. I'm using Y20. That's all. Just a showcasing of our poor level of intellectuality. He had paid it to that level that today, even the debt management body is even calling him to come and take more loan. He said, no, hold on. I am not interested. I need to pay this one to a level. I don't want to mortgage the destiny of my people because I want to incur loans. But it's Oshomale's time, everything you see Oshomale doing then, we are all done on loans, which was, a thing that a government after him, we have to pay. We are going to deal with that someday. How does government actually runs? Any government that is being run on loans, and what you do with the money is not equivalent to what you actually borrowed. It is a question that needs to be answered. Okay? So that is just that. Today, Nigeria is about to lose part of his sovereignty if we are not careful. The same thing we are about to experience today. When the same thing we are experiencing today in Edo State. A man who is trying to put us in the right direction is the man that we don't want, because some few individuals want to be lord over the general people. That's the problem. That's the problem. If they have empowered you and I, if they have empowered you and I to a level that we now know our fundamental human rights, and we now understand who we are and what we are and what we stand for, I bet you, my brother, none of these people will have what it takes to cajole you into believing or accepting this fraud that they perpetrate today continuously. Because they've made us to be so dormant and docile that they do whatsoever they like with us, when they like, and how they like. For example, how can Oshobole comes up to tell us that Ize-Iyamu is not the man? He actually took the entire Edos for a fool. He believes that, yes, Edo is his own private empire, that he can decide what to do with them at every point in time. He feels he can wake up anytime he wakes up. He tells them where to go. They follow him. That is what he's doing. You can't tell me 4 years ago you actually made some unprintable statements, a very derogatory statements, and an accusation that is so destroying, character assassination of this man. And today you are coming back to tell us for 1 month of your time you destroyed this man, and you are coming to tell us that you actually lied, and it was all just political propaganda and statements. Fine, we accept it. Today, I listened to you on Channels Television, Shomole. You said Obaseki is a con man. How are you going to be? How are we going to be sure, as the Edos, that you are not lying again? If you lie before against Pastor Osage Ize-Iyamu, you destroyed his character. You destroyed everything about him. How aren't we sure, Oshomole, that you are lying again against this noiseless achiever called Governor Norerase Obaseki? How are we not sure that you are lying again? Because lying is your trademark. You did that while you were LSE president. You did that while you were there. You lie from every part of your body. It is your trademark. It is the way you try to cajole people. You did that in 2016, and many people fell for it. You coming back again to do it. People, the Edos are now wiser than you ever thought. You lied. That's what you said. You lied over a man for 1 month, continuously, on every podium, all over the 18 local government, and over the 192 wards that make up Edo State. You lied. According to you. Now you are coming again to tell us. What do you actually take us to be some form of robot that we don't have decisions of our own again? That we need to follow the dictates of a man that came from nowhere, and by providence and the help of the people, you climb to the highest level of stadium as far as the Edo State politics is concerned. Now you are not coming to tell us that everything you said, even you swore with God's name. You were on the podium. When you swore, you said, heaven will bear you wickedness. You lied with God's name, and now you are not leading prayers. Aren't we sure that you are lying again, Oshomole? You lie. You are lying. Somebody saying that is politics. Politics, you talk anyhow. Beautiful. I love that, sir. Got the PFM. I love that. You said you've already made it for me today. Politics is you talk anyhow. It means what Oshomole is saying today is also a lie by this Pastor Sagi Zeyemu fans. He just said it now that politics you talk anyhow. That is politics for you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That shows that Oshomole is lying. The Edo should not listen to Oshomole. The Edo should not listen to Pastor Sagi Zeyemu based on Pastor Sagi Zeyemu's fans here today. He told me now that politics is you talk anyhow. And I love that. I love that statement. That shows that whatsoever they are telling you today about God doing a Noregase or basically are all lies. It is called politics. So what you need to do for yourself, my brothers and sisters, is to call home if you're in abroad. Call home. Let your people tell you what is happening on ground. If you are in a Edo State today, take your car, drive around town. Drive around town. Go and see what is happening in the state. Do not allow these people to lie to you. Because someone said now, politics is lying. You talk anyhow because you want to demarket your opponent. That's what somebody said now. And I agree with that. So Oshomole is lying when he says Obaseki is not educated. Oshomole is lying when he said Obaseki has not done nothing. Because what is on ground is completely different. Completely different from the stories that some of you hears, my brothers and sisters. Completely different. I was on ground. I just came back from home a few months back. So what I saw there is what is making me to do what I'm doing today. The level of normalcy that has returned to Edo State, particularly the Ring Road area, is a thing that we, the Edos, need to be proud of. It is a thing that we need to be proud of. Okay, my brothers and sisters. So that is just the truth there. That is just the truth. So this is listen to this video a little bit.
Myself, with most of the 5K members of the Diaspora Connect Worldwide who are already doing their job, want to take you around what it means to be a governor that have foresight. Please, I want to beg of you. You know they said Obaseki has not done anything. We agree that we are going to punish them with the truth and fight against that.
We always punish them with the truth.
We are Obaseki did all the good to reform the North Glory of Edo, the rubber sector. Now let's move. What I say.
Now this is the city. This is the community that Eranomigo actually came from. This is the community, the same community area, Odiomo, that this same Isaiah came from.
Obaseki came back to the plan. Now, my brother is the most important thing. Before we start to take them down, the whole foundation, tell us the history of this place.
Yeah, I do tell people.
Hold on. Yeah. This is a brother to Eranomigo.
Yeah.
The direct brother to Eranomigo. Eranomigo that is attacking the government is committed as benefited seriously. The direct brother of Eranomigo, let it up to you.
Yeah. People before in his house. There was a lot of fucking materialism. So they were our CSS around the to William.
Okay, now you saw that and you heard that now. They are now in the premises, in the community, Oribe. to showcase the rubber plantation. If you listen, because I've already listened to that video, over 200 indigenous of that community have already gotten a job from that plantation. And that plantation, when Michelin starts working fully, when the rubber is getting to the level it needs to get to, over 2,000. Over 2,000 people will be employed. Okay? Oluwa, Sam, Oluwa. Sometimes you guys try to make everything as an issue of the government alone. Let me clear that very clearly to you. The entire West Africa, the entire Africa is in that state of insecurity. We must try as much as possible. Listen, for you to be able to get security, you must put some infrastructure in place. Okay? You're not talking about night now. In the daytime before, you don't pass ring road. In the daytime before, you do not even pass ring road. In the daytime before, you do not even pass ring road. So when there is a change, we must accept the fact, like I said before, we are not going to where we are, but we are not where we used to be. That's what we are talking about. You know, governance is a step. It's developmental steps. Obviously, can't finish all, even in 20 years. Okay? So when you guys talk, you guys just talk as if you guys are not even enlightened or educated. Sometimes I just feel like not reading you guys what is it called chats or comments. We must speak as enlightened people. You live in a country where you literally live in today is you live in Nigeria, as I know. If you live in Edo State, now you have to compare the Edo State of 4 years ago with now. The normalcy that is coming to the place, this has to come step by step. It doesn't come immediately. It's never done all over the world. You must get to a place, and for there to be what you called security, that is of life and property, then the poverty rate in the entire nation would have been reduced to a certain level. That is what is making the whole Europe today to be normal. Not because the government is the one. No, the government had nothing to do with that. What they do is they begin to make laws, put things in place that will make the people to start getting what they need. Okay? And the moment they get what they need, they automatically think less of crime. My brother, you guys listen. Let me analyze this video.
Tony Kabaka is a nice man. A good no killer. But anything when my chairman Kabaka dey do, I no want make it dey involve palace. I don't like him. Kabaka, chairman, president, you know palace. Palace na for everybody. Maybe Kabaka me dey challenge you and say maybe you go palace go swear. As we go swear. Baba know you, Baba know everybody. Who Baba never see for a life before? Now Baba subjects. Oba atokpe. Kabaka, na you go and learn this matter too. You know my big uncle, you know my brother, you mama cousin. Bro, not gonna open the kind of policy set up palace again. Say, bro, if you are watching me talk, share. I came out this moment to just say something. Share me, bro. If you are watching me live now, you can share. You know, nobody does see me come and see go talk. Bro, what's happened on Saturday? Na Obaseki o, na the Bosto o, na the Stifi Boot o, na Echo Shoot go o, No, that should go. For me, I know say not be you should go. Shama. Now you teach everybody work now. People when they fight it today, now you teach the work.
So you see that now. That's the place I want to pick from. Now you teach everybody work. The people where they fight you now. Now you teach them work. A Boston, Austin V. Boot, Jacobo Enauna, and whatever they call them. Now you teach them work. Yeah, these guys. Listen, let's forget whatever benefit we get from all these things that we are doing. Our concern should be for the Edo people. Our concern should be for those people who do not have voices. Our concern should be for those who are the less privileged in our community. Our concern should be not for our own personal interest alone, but for things that will benefit the generality of the people. That needs to be our concern. Here in this video, this is a pure, if you listen to this video, it's about 40 minutes video, which I cannot play. If you listen to this video carefully, you will understand that this guy actually revealed a lot of secrets in codes. I repeat, in codes. But one of the things that I just saw him do there is this, that this guy said he actually taught all these guys the job that they are doing. He actually teach all these guys the job that they are doing. Okay? He actually teach these guys the job that they are doing today. That shows that the problem we are having today are actually from this same group of people who have decided to get a better life from the one they are already used to. Now, if Austin V. Boot, Ebo Stone, Yakubu Nauna, and many others decided to abandon ticketing, which is the form of ableism, and decided to, change their ways of doing things. Now, in such a situation, that is good development. They had a very bad character. They had a very bad beginning because of issues which sometimes we don't want to discuss here. We know how successive government have failed them. Before Shomole came, and Oshomole empowered them with guns to become Aberus and oppress the people. Then when Obaseki came in, Obaseki said, come, guys, I can't continue with this pattern. But I have something for you. If you want to have a new life, please come and let me give you a new life. And the likes of Ebo Stone and others decided to turn a new leaf. But some refused to turn the new leaf based on personal greed. They wanted to continually holding sway to work that they never worked for. These guys decided to pick a job as an SA or SSA to the government of the state. Why some refuse to do that? Because they felt the money that will be coming out of it is not sufficient. For them, the money that will come out of it is not sufficient for them to live the life they've lived all their lives. So some people who were actually being built up, being trained by Tony Kabaka today, have now become his worst enemies. For me, that is a plus for Governor Inogas Obaseki. That is a good strategy he had done to be able to stop aberism. He had been able to, retrain people like Austin Vibut and Ebostone and many others to now start thinking like normal people, that they actually need to work for their money. Even to an extent, they give Austin Vibut came out and said they actually came to him with a 120 million naira bribe to leave Obaseki and come to the camp of Pastor Sageze Yamu, but he bluntly refused it. And he says, yes, he knew he actually benefited from the ticketing, the Akube venture. But there is a time for everything. The time needs to pass. So then everybody needs to move on. You now have a car selling point along Sapele Road. And he says, and I travel abroad whenever I want. He has been able to turn that money he made during that time to be something that is now being useful to him. Okay, listen to this also now.
But there's still no psychiatrists for exam before they first still know I teach them. It was Stone and your boy. After Vivat was the show function that could be mentioned. I was part of you. You helped me. Not be joke. You believe me. Because I was loyal. Oshomole not give you work. Oshomole give you work. Oshomole give you work. He not give you work, say, he can't use you take out. He give you work, he bless you. But you, Tony Kabaka, you use us swear ground. You use me myself. You use Austin boots. When they shout to Austin, I say you use me share ground. They feel me? We swear ground for your matter. To pledge loyalty. I really will loyal. Oshomole, you know say wetin happen when Oshomole be the governor? He say Yamu wey dey support to the 2014. He say Yamu 2014 chairman. He say Yamu you personally for head you head. You remember he say Yamu na we go scatter House of Assembly. Kabaka me dey tell you say tell Oba no be even Oba our Oba Atope. He said tell Oba. Then they go to call one of matter for politics. All one our father. Me they challenge you. I can follow you. I never come as this talk. Check out. If you pronounce, say, when you call it time, and then you did. Then Lucy. And the people when they follow talk to them, we suffer for Amigo matter for Italy. You know now when they collect for your matter, when they see the document for this country. You must collect bloodshed. Wonderful twins in Torino when you came, brought a paper. You know my paper, you know my brother, you be my blood, you be my mama brother. You know me well. Well, I want to say a joke. You know me, Tony Kabaka, you know me. This are my politics. Fuck over second, fuck is all of them are not kind of they circle themselves. People who say everyone they support on the 2014, you read there, you say, we are there. And now not today, after no governor so it do with Philip Shaibu. Ebostone, are you trading? Now you wise them. What do you teach? You don't be like, someone like Obaseki you want to leave. Obaseki go grow, because you go put stuff for yourself. And you said it happened to you so with Oshomole. Bros, not when they go for us. Now for us, not let me come outside. You don't do politics, I don't talk. I'm not the episode Obaseki scatter your hotel. Bro. Baba, I need to use your mouth when you best or two. I need the fair promotion, I need the fair awareness.
You see it now. Now he come again with the hotel. And he says something, they said, now you use your mouth, find what thing happened to you. There are people here on social media that have been misleading Tony Kabaka. Yeah, Tony Kabaka has some kind of lifestyle, we all know that. But even in that lifestyle, Tony Kabaka has a good heart. People that that have been around him also said it. He's a good giver. But some people in social media were the one that was telling him, fire on, fire on, fire on, fire on. Listen, there are three people. There are three people you need to be afraid of. God, government, and gun. All over the world. Fear God, fear government, fear gun. Because these three people, these three entities, they get the power. They get the power to do anything to you at any point in time. Thank you, my brother DJ Power. Power is not forever. When you have power, be good, use it well. So that people will remember you when you are no more there. That is it, my brother. It doesn't matter it is. When you have power, power is transiting. It's from person to person. Use it judiciously the time you have it. So that when you are no more there, people talk about what you've done while you were in power. So imagine today now, the same people that you trained, the same people that you actually empowered are not the ones who are actually dealing with you. Because while you were there, he said, you make them swear. That's not my business anyways. But my own concern is this. People begin to push some people to go against the government of the day for whatsoever reason. And you know that if anything happens to you, God forbid, there is what we call immunity clause covers the government. The only way or the only place the government or the governor or the local government chairman can be held liable is when the crime is committed outside why it was the government, or he had to do it himself. But if it's been done according to law, even when the crime was kind of illegal, the law will not hold him. You just said about Tony Kabaka's home now. It's destroyed, is destroyed. It was done according to law. Whether Obaseki was right or Obaseki was wrong is of no consequence right now. That's actually the truth of the matter there. Even when you are trying to criticize the government, you must do it within the ambit also of the law, of the fundamental human right that's been given to you, of the law of the freedom of speech and expression. So you must also work within that very particular point where your law ends. You have fundamental human rights. Yes, you have freedom of speech, but your freedom of speech is also restricted. Because if it now becomes a defamation of character, it is no more freedom of speech. I can sue you to court for character assassination. Okay? So, many things that's happening today is as a result of ill information among the Nigerian people. Ill information that we are not getting right. So we are here to let people understand how things work. So don't vote based on personal or what somebody told you. Go around, do your own proper investigations. Like I said, Oshobole was there for 8 years. 8 years he was there. There are many roads that were not tied in his time. Many roads weren't tied. Oshobole was there for 8 years. There are many health centers that were not built. Who is this one? Freedom of speech have no border. My brother, it means you don't even know what they're talking about. Have you heard of the word defamation of character? Have you heard of the word character assassination? Please don't let anybody deceive you. Your freedom of speech has a boundary. It has a boundary. If you say something that is liable against me, I can sue you. And if the court find out that what you said was false, then you can go to prison for it. And the moment you decide to, the court decide to put you in prison, therefore your freedom of speech have been restricted to some level. So you need to get that. So don't deceive people that freedom of speech has no border. Please. This is where you guys put some of this problem into problem. Because they are not that educated, they are not that learned. They will believe some of these false words you tell them. And then they will pick it up and begin to say things they are not supposed to say. Even between the ambits of the law, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something here. Even between the ambits of the law, okay, you have your freedom to say whatever you want to say. Now, if I am in government, so Sister Eileen, I need to understand them because we need to educate them because they have people that they talk to, and they have people that they talk to. So we need to make them to understand. Because we need to make them to understand what is on ground. Now, between the ambits of the law, you have your limit to what you say or what you do. In the social media, there are things you will say against me that I can pick you up. It's simple and pure. If I know you in person, I can invite you for questioning and investigation. Why do you think that Facebook removes some speech from their wall? Why do you think that Twitter, Instagram does that also? Take away some speech from their words. When they know, even YouTube now, there are some words you put on YouTube now, the YouTube will just take it off because it is against their policy. Guy, come on. You need to go and do some research, please. Don't deceive people here. So because you're going to come on social media, you're going to say things that are not okay. Or, for example, you have to go into my private life. You have to go into, like, for example, now, I don't know if you know Ababio and Joy Noni. Do you know that what Ababio said in Arise TV over Joy Noni private life is already now in court? That Ababio should come and explain how the 4 men that she has married before. Guys, do not deceive the vulnerables who are not as enlightened as you are. Today, thank you, sir. Thank you, Brother Ziwa. Today, Pastor Sagin is battling his political life. So Pastor Sagin political life is on oxygen by the reason of the derogatory and character assassination to his person in 2016 by Adam Saliu Oshomole. He has been destroyed politically, emotionally, and otherwise. Listen, I even have to give a kudos to Osage Zeyamu, to him to even have the courage and the boldness to come out again after all that has been done to his character. So don't tell anyone that there is no character assassination. That because social media says so, that is bloody lie. That is bloody lie. Please, we should not do that. It is wrong. It's not good. Let everyone know where their limit ends. It helps us. Okay, let's continue with this.
No, I think Obama, Kapinosa is a nice man. Kapinosa don't blame the Sydney. Sydney the immigration and took Kapinosa. This guy will be statistics manager with the video. What they call him Israel. Israel you is the PDP. Kapinosa, make us Kapinosa good song. They call Kapinosa everything. People don't Kapinosa and Obama say the guy is not political. Look at the kind of palace. Kapinosa.
Ghana go Benin, Ghana go anywhere. It's our father. Now, what I see for video today, when you talk say, me the coast, bro, me the challenge is to move go palace. You don't know how many people you don't pursue that challenge. That work for you, you pursue them abroad. You see, entirely.
You see that now? This is brother said, I work for you and you pursue me. You pursue me enter abroad. You pursue me enter abroad after I work for you. DJ Power, Vivo, you see what we are saying? He did them because he was selling Obaseki to Benin. That's what we are saying now. We don't want him to sell anybody to Benin people again. Thank God you guys are getting me now. We do not want him to sell anybody to Benin people again. Let the Beninese decide who they want to buy. Do not sell a fake product anymore. We do not want any product from Oshobole. We do not want any product from Tony Kabaka. We want Izeyamu. We want Obaseki. We want this other lady from AAC, Isoken, and many others to go to the people and tell them what they want to do for them. We do not want them. Thank you. You are supporting them, but I'm using your own words now for you. We do not want anyone to sell them to us. Let us sell them by ourselves. Let us go to the market, hear them speak, and buy the product that we want to buy. That is our take. Whether it is Obaseki, whether it is Izeyamo, whether it is Sokano, whoever it is, let us be the one to make the decision. Not these people again. This is where I'm anchoring on. I told you in 2016, I supported Izeyamu. Why? It was the same thing that's happened to Obaseki today that made me to do that. Because I don't want people. I live abroad. I do not want people to decide for me or the adults on what we need to do. We need to make decisions by ourselves. Many of us that supported Isaiah in 2016 was a result of the way it was treated by Shomole. Okay? So, in this period that we are right now, if, like you said now, that this guy was working to bring Obaseki into government, and he did those atrocities, assuming they were all true, fantastically true, assuming acceptable, sir. Now this same guy is coming again to do the same atrocity to bring Izeyamu in. Come on, guys. Then do we need to have more shootings, more killings in order for us to bring Izeyamu the second time? If that was what he did in bringing Obaseki in, that is not a yardstick to accept this kind of lifestyle. Let every one of us make a decision on what we need to do. That is my point. The decision is for the Edo people. The decision should be that of the Edos, not some few mistrams. In the first place, who is Tony Kabaka in the place of things in Edo State? If not because his lifestyle made people to run to him. Just the way his brother is saying now. Now you teach them things, now you teach them work, now you teach them how to shoot gun. There was even a place he said, people receive gunshot, AK-47. Let me see if I'm going to get if I'll get there in the next 10 minutes. Then I will close. Hear this.
Get together. If you dare me, I'll post the picture of the and I'm people. Now you get together for Torino. When they ran the next day, I know only for $8 million. You know they will connect for that matter. You could have and I'm people know which you were chairman. When you are what Kabaka first, now they collect the water. But at the end of the day, for that level, I just tell about myself from every day. I mean, a level good to a level good to Chairman Tony Kabaka, a Ramoki.
time I'm for Nigeria, no level, but another thought is for you to come outside, they make sure my time, bro, me the challenge you, me there go for the smoke sweat. I know they talk with me, I know they come out to that they talk say, no go sweat for one reason. No, if we reach palace, they will tear away or one sweat. You don't know what they want for you when you don't beat you. No. It was not to the way they with the government. You never swear come out for you. Chairman, relax. Let them come about my time again. Oh, you're backing. Oh, you're backing. Not good to it. Hey, I think about politics. Captain, no, sir, I don't have any money. I don't do that. I don't do so. I'm a nice man. I know more than 200 people when Baba go play Captain, no, sir. When they go about my top of I'm alive. My name is, ladies and gentlemen, to be realistic, I just want to break it. I don't want to speak Benin, like maybe keeping him shit, man. Like seriously, I'm mad. Kabaka is my brother. He's a cousin to my mother. Yeah. He knows me. He came to Italy, we are together. He's my bro. He's my chairman. He's my president. But never in politics not called the kingdom. It has never happened before. Whether Obaseki is a betrayer, whatever you think, whether Oshomole was the one that brought, that is politics. Two people involved in this shit, man. Don't talk Captain Osa. Captain Osa is an industrial man. Don't use it as a priority to be a yardstick to make political issues, to make political gain. To be real. No.
Hey, see the Igbo climb my hair. You see that? You know, I said this when Captain Osa was coming. I said, please, do not drag this man into it. This man is a businessman. Don't drag him into all this. But they actually dragged this elderly man into all this. They actually dragged this man into all this. They dragged him in. Today, people now call him and rubbish him. An elderly man. The first, to German is the first. This is direct from a brother. He even say, he knows, if you like, go kill mama, no level. Is that what we want? If a brother can say this, then what about me? How am I going to be saved? What about you? How are you going to be saved? Where he said he has already promised Tony Kabaka and his gang that he's going to give them back the revenue collection the moment they make him the governor. These are all on social media. Do we want Edo State to return back to the years of yesteryears, or we want a forward Edo? Obaseki stands for the future. Obaseki stands for the tomorrow. Obaseki is the hope of the Edo people. The liberation of the Edo lies within the Obaseki government. He has a plan, he has a template for a better Edo State. The truth is this: what you read on social media are all propagandas being orchestrated by some few people just to deceive the gullibles, believing that these people we are not going to read. So wherever jargon that is being put on the net is what they buy into. So my advice to every one of us today, listening to me, share this video. We must move forward. Edo must go to the next level. We want a forward Edo, not a backward one. And that, as of today, stands with Governor Enoyerase Obaseki. I don't know why these people, this EPN, all these other people, I don't know why they are not actually seeing some of the things that we see. A man that is not owing salary, you see, you guys say he's not trying. Oshomole was doing road. Pensioners were not paid. Oshomole was doing what they call it, without the money he was borrowing. He was borrowing money from left, from his right, from center. Workers were not paid. This was a man, a comrade, a left wing, a unionist. In his time, workers were getting paid. Today, your grandmother, your grandfather, before the month ends, just the way it's been done all over the world. But if that is the only thing that he had done, if that is just all that Obaseki had done, to me and to many, that is enough for him to be given a chance for his second term. If that's all that this guy had done is enough to be given for him to be given a chance for a second term. If that is all. If that is all. Do you know how many people that died? How many of our senior citizens that died while going for screening? My brother, I beg. Make we call spade. No, not call him Galifok. We want a better Edo. Now we want. Our interest today is that we want a better Edo. We don't want a Edo whereby Abe will call it decide for us. There's a video that's shown online. I played the other time when Zemo was saying this very dangerous.
The lions and the tigers from different local. They can see all these animals. He said, Yamu don't come out. They don't talk anyhow again. You reflex what you don't want to live. You will kill a unit, you will move to other units. In fact, you will move to other units. As I say, I said, you will move to other units. I don't want now, when they hear them, when they see their plan. Now, all this Agberu, Kabaka, and Shaba, he said, Yamu want to scatter election. As I say, I said, now, this kind of person, when they send animal enter street, now, they don't want to vote as governor. Lie, God forbid. Now, the pressure, you can't tell them the truth. When they see their plan, this one now operation bring back ticket for transporters and market women. This one now operation bring back Agberu, operation bring back CDA. All these bad things where the government don't end before. Now, the guiding you are saying today is the think local government, lions and the tigers. Will I use the opportunity to endorse our strict lions and tigers government? Now, this is the lions and tigers endorse Pastor Sali Izeyamu. Now, we say Izeyamu, now we have animals, aka
So you see that this I'm not the one. This I'm not the one saying now. People are saying I'm insulting people. These are people talking. Those of you supporting them, can you just listen to what you hear? Can you just listen to people talking? When I say Obaseki not try. For Obaseki to be able to catch these guys for 4 years, you must give that guy kudos, bros. For him to be able to catch these guys for the last 4 years, you must give him kudos. He has done excellently and perfectly well. To be able to catch these guys for this long, you must give him great kudos. I respect him for that. Now, man, now Obaseki. And the truth of the matter is, some people call him a marathon. He's a marathon one of Edo State. The lions and the tigers. You know what lion is? If you release lion on the street, it devours everyone. It devours everyone. That is what it is. That is what they said they are. The lions and the tiger combined. So the lions and the tiger is about to be released on the people. And he said, I'm moving to them. Some of you that are so dangerous, you go to that local government. To do what? Are they ANEC staff? What are they doing in other local governments? You guys are here supporting evil, all in the name of political supremacy. I don't care about that. I'm not into any political party. I follow individuals. I follow people and their presidents. In this very particular one, this is a total no to lions and tigers in our street. Lions and tigers need to be in the zoo at Obazu, not on the street of Benin. And these lions and tigers need to be caged because lions are being caged and being fed in the cage, not on the street. They don't allow lions to roam the street because the atrocity they are going to commit, it will be unbearable. So if these guys are the ones that is endorsing a man that you all are clamoring for, then there's a lot of questions that needed to be asked. That's the truth of the matter there. If these set of people are the ones that are actually endorsing a man, then there are questions that you guys need to start asking yourselves. We want a better Edo. Edo State actually has the highest number of people outside the shores of Nigeria. What we see, why can't we replicate it back home? Any of you supporting these people to do what they are doing today, either you are in a Duro camp or you are still in Libya or in Morocco. Because a same person who has lived abroad for years, who have benefited from what is happening around catch them if he finally wins. Assuming, which I know is impossible anyways, he wins. How are you going to catch people who, like this who are actually supporting you now? Are we not going to go back to where we are today? Assuming Isayam wins. Are we not going to have the same problem we're having today if he refuses to carry them along? It means he has to make a choice between the people and these lions and tigers. Simple and pure. So we're going to go back again to the same thing that we are passing through now. So guys, vote wisely. Call home. Call your people. It's the time to change the change. Yeah, you can share your opinion, Remy, but you can't call on Facebook because I'm using the Facebook. You know, it's time we need to change the change. We need a continuation of good governance. We need to make Edo State great again, and that can only be done under the leadership of Governor Inoregase Obaseki. Vote PDP. Vote Umbrella. Vote Governor Inoregase Obaseki. APC has done no good to us. Listen to me. You guys don't know. I just said in the beginning of the video, they have actually signed a deal with China for $500 million, $1 billion, to cede the sovereignty of Nigeria to China if they could not pay. That deal was done by Buhari and APC government. And they know, hear these guys, they know if the China is coming to take anything, they will not go to the north. No, they know. They know they will not go to the north. They will come to the south. They will not even go to the west, south, because the south is where all what they need is residing. So inevitably, they've already sold the south of Nigeria to this group of people. That is what they are for. During Oshomole time, Oshomole borrowed over 140 billion in 8 years. 140 billion in 8 years. Oshomole borrowed. Listen, even what is the name of this man? Lucky that we are talking about. Lucky only borrowed 36 billion. Only 36 billion. Oshomole borrowed 140 billion. Oshomole borrowed in 8 years. Because they are good at borrowing, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. They know that they are going to die very soon, anyways. Because everybody in that place, they are all old people. They know they are going to die very soon. Yes, and I mention, yeah, they're going to die very soon. So they don't care about you. So you must vote people who actually have you in mind. People like Governor Nogas Obaseki are people that actually have you in mind for tomorrow. Before Obaseki came into government, Edo State was the second most indebted state in Nigeria. Today, we are not even in the list of the first 17. We are not there. We are not more in the list of the first 17 as of today. Because these people here, these POI supporters, they don't even read. They don't even read. No, Paul Labazwa, Edo have been great. It's not in this dispensation. If you read the history of Edo State, we were the only empire that actually existed in Africa after the Roman Empire. Okay, the Edo Empire got up to Lagos. Where you call the Benin Republic today, that name Benin is Benin. The Edo actually conquered the Benin Republic, and the Edo Empire went as far as Ivory Coast. As Ghana, the coast town. That's the truth of Madasa. We went as far as the coast town. We control all the neighbors, even up to what's it called? The east of Edo State. So we were once a great people. We were once great people before the demobilization of the empire by the British in 1897. So we want to regain, we might not be able to be who we were before, but we want to regain some pride back as a people. So that is making it great. Secondly, Edo have been known as very industrialized. We were the most educated, despite there was no education in the entire West Africa region as at that time. Because everything we do them either in bronze or in caps. We write our histories in bronze, in something that will make us to know the histories. Okay, so those are some of the exploits of the Benin Kingdom in the years past. So we are trying to bring up something that will look more beautiful, more Edo-like. Not like today that Edo is not being known. Before now, Edo State, if you are talking about education, if you watch the elderly people from the age of 40 and above, Edo State actually have the highest educated elderly men in Nigeria today. Yes, it's of late that our children do not want to go to school anymore because Abel becomes a well-known thing that people who do not go to school are millionaires, where people that actually went to school are secretaries to these millionaires. They actually left us from where we're supposed to be to where we are today. So we can still make Edo great by the reason of trying to put the right thing right. That is the truth. We may not be where we used to be, but we can make it better, like I said, than it was before. But it was now. Trying to get closer to where we used to be. Okay? God bless you guys. I'll say Obaseki is a failure. It's okay. I don't have a problem with that. If you are fair to you, you are not fair to me. No, there are difference between what you think to be a failure and what I think to be a failure. Thank you, Mr. Park Comedy. God bless you, sir. Now, guys, have a nice day today until we see you again on Sunday. Until we see you again on Sunday. Sunday is going to be interactive session. Please, on Sunday, get ready. We're going to have a lot of calls in. Let us interact. Let us tell the people what we need to know. Thank you, guys. Sign out. Have a nice day. Bye.